No one's defeated the Lucas Cubs on their home surface in nearly 4 calendar years. Still perfect on the season, of course, right here inside of the Cub Cave, where the Northmor Knights invade this snowy January evening with plans to disrupt history, putting an end to the Lucas 30-game home win streak. See who will win this exciting non-conference war live and free with yours truly, Brian Skoronsky, and featuring K-Mac Travis Berardi on the call. And that's all on the way, coming up next.
Here we go now. Here we go now.
guarantee nobody else gets you closer to the action than our exclusive coverage. So give me a call, Brian Skoronsky, and let's make you a part of the game.
Lender, craftsman, dog dead. We're more than our job titles, and you're more than an account number. The personal attention we provide comes from a promise to serve you with respect and compassion. By being responsive to your questions and taking time to understand your needs and goals, we give you more than just a place to bank. That's the more you can expect from Park National Bank. Find John or a banker near you at parknationalbank.com. Park National Bank, where you mean more.
The exclamation point on the night for Maurice Ware.
Northmor looks to climb above 500 tonight with a signature win over Lucas, who hasn't lost on their home floor since 2018. Good evening, folks. Welcome inside of the Cub Cave. My name is Brian Skoronsky, joined by Travis Berardi tonight, and this is the North Central State College pregame show. Cool matchup, I think, too, in the small school ranks. Blade Tackett trying to build his program now in his second season against an established coaching program in Taylor Eisman.
Yeah, those Lucas Cubs, no matter who they lose due to graduation, they just seem to fill it in with somebody else that plays good basketball. 11-3 on the season, 3 close losses as well. However, the Golden Knights have won 3 of the last 5 meetings. But Lucas, in their last meeting last season, all defense for them. Their full court press really suffocated Northmor with a 48-32 victory at the Castle.
Let's talk a little bit more about this Northmor team. As mentioned, under the tutelage of Blade Tackett, now in his second season running the program, and doubled up their win total from a season ago, so they've already taken that next step.
Absolutely, and you know what? Some of those losses, 4 of those, came to the top 2 teams in the KMAC in Centerburg and East Knox, and in those 4 games, they actually were in those contests. Centerburg, I believe, only 1 loss on the season. They played them on Friday night. It was a 5-point game going into the 4th quarter, and then Northmor went as cold as the weather outside, did not hit a single field goal. Centerburg was able to pull away, but this team, despite its 500 record, is still playing competitive ball.
One of the major reasons why is they've had a youngster emerge as the premier scorer on the team. How about the play of this sophomore, Grant Bentley, over 16 points per game, Trav, far and away tops on the team.
Last year we saw him really break out the second half of his freshman season with his ability to shoot the 3, but he's also gained the ability inside as well. He will go into the paint, he will take it inside the paint, go up against the bigs, put it up and in, and also he gets some rebounding as well. So he's filling out that complete game that you want to see from a top scorer.
And it looks like he's filling out just a little bit as a human being as well. Still a bit of a string bean, but definitely got the confidence that's been building with his growing play and reputation on the floor. All right, tonight, to get the win for Northmor, Travis, what do you feel like needs to happen for these Golden Knights?
This is a team that still has those turnover boogaloos from the last couple of seasons. They turned the ball over a lot, and that put them in a deep hole. Control the ball, limit turnovers. In their win against Mount Gilead that you saw live and free right here on the OH Report, they had 4 scores in double figures, but they also only turned the ball over, I believe, 6 times in that game, and it allowed them to pull away and beat Mount Gilead, and also kept them in the games against Centerburg and East Knox. Then they started turning the ball over late, unable to finish, and that's why they were unable to pull off those upsets. But if they can keep the turnover number under 10, they'll be in this.
And I didn't look inside the trainer bag. I don't have inside information, but maybe they brought some Windex and some Bounty, and they're ready to clean the glass tonight. I feel like they have to win the battle of the boards to compete with a team like Lucas that has been just so good here at home.
And one of the keys will be the play of one Max Lauer, who's in the top 10 in the KMAC and rebounding, about 8.7 rebounds per game. So if he can control the glass, if he can get that Windex up there on the board, they'll be in good shape.
You got to be in great shape if you want to compete with this Lucas team. 30 consecutive games they've won right here at home. They do it in a variety of ways, but most notably, what Taylor Eisman's teams are known for, they lock you down defensively, they really get after it, and then they're patient too, Travis.
Yeah, that's what they do. And on this home court especially, it's a smaller court, and that trap defense that they have, it just suffocates. Their 3 losses by a combined average of 5 points. They lost by 7 to Norwayne, 7 to Highland, but the head scratcher, they lost a 1-point game at Central Christian, a team that that they were able to beat by 9 here, puts them into a tie for first place.
We know a lot about the Toms brothers and what they've been able to do, and those are the 2 leaders of the team without question. However, they've got a dude now in his junior season, Ty Lenhart. He's starting to become one of the missing pieces to the team after they did lose a piece, an unfortunate injury to Aiden Culler. This guy's filling in nicely.
That's exactly why I have him as our spotlight tonight, because since they lost Culler, 10 points for Lenhart, and for the last 5 games, he's bumping that points per game up now to 6.3. Field goal percentage pretty good, not only from inside the arc, but outside as well. He's shooting 48% from the field, 48% from 3.
And I just feel like he brings a confidence and a fun, playful nature to the game. He was our MVP last time we were over here, had a monster performance, not only defensively, but he shot the 3-ball well, as the numbers point to. Almost 50% on the season for him from downtown. That's going to be a huge feather in the cap of the Cubs that need to do what tonight to get the dub, Trav?
They need to take it strong to the hole. Get the likes of Max Lauer, Andrew Armrose, Grant Bentley into foul trouble. Get to the line. Hit some free throws. If you can get Northmor into foul trouble, especially early, it allows you to take control of that game.
And especially when it's cold outside, it seems like the pipes, they tend to get a little bit more constricted. You know, you'll get some ice bubbling in there, and that bursts the pipes, Travis. And what does that really break down? What am I trying to say with some of this metaphorical language is that they just have to lock you down defensively, and the key that you have for Northmor, they have to do the opposite of that. Turn them over and make your defense become some offense at the other end. One of the best small school teams in the entire area, I would say, at doing just that.
Absolutely.
So both teams warmed up, lined up, getting ready for the national anthem here, and one of the best parts of sports in America. I love that we always pay homage to our country, and we're live and free and proud to be from the land of the free here in the great state of Ohio. So big shout out to all of our armed forces. Always much love to all of y'all. Let's honor America. Ready for some fun small school action here tonight. Lucas looking to continue that gaudy win streak, and I actually didn't know this information until you brought it to my attention heading into tonight. Went back, dug a little bit deep into the history books, and saw all the way back in 2018, the last time that they lost the game here at home. That's quite a remarkable run.
And it's fitting because Jake First here, but it was Jake First Plymouth Big Red that knocked off Lucas in the last home game of the season back then. But these two teams since, Northmor got the best of them once at Northmor, but the last time they met here, that was the 26-1 season by the Lucas Cubs. They took Northmor out by about 10. Both teams, though, won sectional championships that season. And I want to go back to Ty Lenhart for a second. Doesn't it seem like every year there's that one player that picks it up in the second half of the year and really helps Lucas make a long tournament run? And doesn't it feel like Lenhart could be that kid?
He definitely got all the makings and shapings of doing that, and if he can continue to do what he's done offensively, because I talked about the two brothers, and they've been phenomenal so far. Corbin Toms and Logan Toms, the two top leaders, the only two players to average in double-figure scoring for Lucas this season, but they do kind of need that third running mate. Who's going to step up and be that person for Lucas? It's been different players at different times during the season, so if they can have a consistent threat that you know that you can rely on to get you between 8 and 12, sometimes go off for a big night, get you like 16 or 18, like we've seen Ty do so far, I do think it bodes well, most especially when you can get into tournament play, when defenses, they strategize, they try to take your top guys away, so you need those guys to step up and be some big-time scorers.
And some might think this might be one of those down years, rebuilding years for the Lucas Cubs, because there is no main contributor will be graduating this year. Everybody will be coming back, the main group of this. They do have two seniors that have played a combined 13 games, get some time in there, but they only, both of them average about a total of 4 points per game. But everybody else, they'll be coming back, yet they still have only 3 losses on the season. They still have the ability to be a top seed, maybe a number 2 seed, because there's Margaretta in this district, and they are pretty darn good this year. But they already knocked off South Central here, so they have that ahead of them for their district draw. This could be a number 2 seed in that Willard district, and once they get to Willard, you know the magic that they can pull off.
It seems to be the Lucas way, man. Get overlooked, people checking you out and not thinking that you're going to live up to the potential that we see in the media. And they just seem to keep doing it time and time again.
And that's just the Lucas way. I mean, you look at the football team, they are not happy unless they make it to a regional final, and they've been doing that year in and year out. But with this basketball team, now the people at Lucas, hey, it's district championship or bust. And they've been doing that, like the football team, the last couple of years.
And here's the guys that's going to try to get it done for them on the floor tonight. You got Smolin, Finello, Toms, Lenhart, and then Logan Toms, top scorer on the team at 14.5 per contest. On the other side for Northmor, here's the starters tonight. Grayson Cass runs the show. He's their point guard, veteran leader on the team. Grant Bentley, we talked about him, stud sophomore coming into his own. Armros in the middle, along with Logan Mariotti on the outside, and then Max Lauer. Interesting player, kind of an inside threat, but I know knocked down a 3 the other night, the first of his career, and it was a big one.
First of the season for him, he had a double-double. That was one of those just let it go right before the buzzer and it goes in, but Coach Tackett was telling me after the game, he said, he practices that all the time. He actually has a good jump shot if he'll take it. Speaking of jump shots,
it's Smolin, first shot of the evening. Bit too strong. Golden Knights hold him to 1 and done. Here is Cass with the ball.
You'll see the likes of Cass, Mariotti, and Armros out here, the seniors, but you'll see a lot of the younger players also get a lot of time.
And there is Grayson Cass getting the party started from downtown.
This is a Northmor team that has gotten better from beyond the arc this season. You'll see pretty much everybody out there on the floor other than Max Lauer, but you saw also that he was able to score. They all will take the 3 if they're open.
Northmor looking for back-to-back buckets here to open up the contest. Try to get some positive momentum flowing right from the jump. Lauer, such a physically gifted talent. Baseline drive tipped out of bounds.
And they'll keep it. That's something you'll see a lot from the Golden Knights tonight. Baseline drive, kick it out to the corner for a shot, or back out front to reset.
Lob it to Maxton. Hands off, Mariotti turns high off the square. And the rebound to Toms.
It's funny, Mariotti's more comfortable taking runner shots, and he makes them about 80% of the time than actual jump shots.
Cubs have such a proclivity just to be patient on offense. They'll work it around till they get the shot they want. That works. Scoop shot for Logan.
Tom's made that look really easy in traffic. Just gets the ball fake, the defender up, goes underneath, gets the easy bucket.
Bentley gets a clean look this time, rifles it short. Offensive rebound, though, chased down, and another opportunity taken away from Northmor. But they recover on defense, and then they knock it off of the offensive player. Let's check this whole sequence out one more time. It's great transition game by the Cubs, and then maybe just a mishandle there by Finello.
I think he went too far underneath the bucket and got the bottom of the backboard. Nonetheless, that's the second Lucas turnover of the night. We're going to talk about the offensive ability of Logan Toms. The defensive ability has been really good for him this season.
If you're going to play for this program, you've got to play defense. I just feel like it goes without saying.
And it's what's won Lucas district championships. It's their defensive ability. They played some of the best in the district in the last couple of years and have really shut them down.
How about that? What a crowd that formed around Lauer. Triple teamed on the block. Corbin off the bounce. They'll swing it. Lenhart drives in, jump stop, and forced that one. Bentley got a piece of it.
They're going to change that call. They say Bentley got the tip off of it. And that, I think, is the right call, but that was a good job by Bentley not jumping at that ball fake. Stayed down, got the tip instead of getting the foul.
Logan left all alone straight away. Probably makes that about 60% of the time. Intercepted, getting back like a defensive back, Andrew Finello. Used to seeing him do that on the football field. Read it perfectly. Toms with the blow by Mariotti, quick hands. Was able to recover and tip it away.
So defense has been the name of this first part of the first quarter. Only 3-2.
Ty Lenhart left all alone. Not this time. Smolin with the offensive board. Cubs trying to work it down on that block. Lenhart running into all sorts of trouble. Pull-up jumper for Smolin. Too strong, shooting. And if not hot on either side yet.
If I'm not mistaken, is Northmor running Storm Blunchley's favorite defense, the 2-3 zone?
It sure looks like it right now.
Oh, well, hopefully Blade Tackett has a word with Storm after, completely bashing the greatest defensive strategy on earth.
After a tough shot by Cass won't fall, Lucas back at the other end. And we're gonna get a blocking foul. It's gonna go against Maxton Lauer. Take a look at the Frito Lay replay.
Could have been a non-call, but I get it could have gone that way as well.
Something that's really come up in the basketball game over the last several seasons, I would say, thanks to James Harden, as we get an excellent backdoor cut. It's just the whipping of the head and what that does to officials. It certainly seems to bring them down to their whistle a lot more often.
That's one way to defeat the zone. Lull them to sleep, get that guy to creep in back door and get the lob, and they executed that perfectly, as you see here on the Frito Lay replay.
Excellent play design by Coach Ice, the winningest coach in program history.
And he's becoming one of the better small school coaches here in North Central Ohio, and I know there's a ton of big names here, but Coach Iceman really getting his name out there.
How about the body control? No way!
They called offensive, I think.
Oh, no way, yeah.
Oh, they did call.
Definitely
the way
count
the
the
referee
bucket.
pointed, it looked like he called a charge, but watch how he that kind of confused me the way he did it. But, yeah, count the bucket. That should have been the right call.
So Finello at the line. He averages a shade below 5 points per game. Got 3 points right there. Cubs on a 7-0 run now. For Northmor, this has been the issue for them all season, these cold spells, and they seem to find them more often than they'd like.
And that's pretty much every team the last 30 games against Lucas here at the Cub Cave. It's just the defense is so much better on smaller courts. And I think that's another reason why they're so good in districts is because Willard isn't a huge court either. Golden Knights turn that over.
Tom's pulled up from the foul line, now gives off Lenhart. Couple fakes. Zip pass.
Nice pass.
Beautiful look inside.
Selfless right there. Could have taken the jumper, but sees the open man inside for the bucket.
Cubs continue their run. Northmor trying to stop the bleeding, but they won't. Take a look back at that last possession. The extra pass pays off. We've got a timeout on the floor. Northmor wants to talk things over. Coach Tackett sees the things unraveling in ways that he doesn't really like out there, and offensively, can't be pleased with what you've seen if you're a fan of the Golden Knights. Too many turnovers, and Lucas doing what they do, switching a lot of screens right now, and they're just so versatile on the perimeter that you're not getting a favorable matchup if you're Northmor, no matter who's defending you.
Yeah, and Lucas has really done a good job of shutting down the lanes to get inside the paint. Max Lauer has not been able to establish an offense yet here in the first 6 minutes of the game. Northmore's been taking a couple threes. They haven't been able to hit either. Despite all that, it's only a 6-point game, but Lucas defensively really turning it up, and as you expect from the Lucas Cubs here, great defense to start this game.
They've been able to capitalize and turn it into some offense as well as the Golden Knights come out with a new look. Looks like a 1-3-1. They attack, and it sets up Corbin Toms halfway home. Cass, sick crossover. Got Toms on his heels, now spins, deals, and stops the drought.
And there you go. Northmor finally able to get into the lane, and that's what Cass likes to do. He's comfortable making that spin fadeaway. And it always works for him. 9-5.
Cubs work it around the world. Now they'll skip pass here to Toms. Lenhart shows in the middle. Definitely looks like the holes in this defense are going to be on the perimeter unless you have beautiful passes like that in the interior.
Threading the needle once again. That's the third time already that Lucas has been able to get it inside the defense underneath the bucket for the hoop.
Corbin puts up 4 assists per outing. Already got a couple here in the first quarter. As we got a foul here on the floor. Take a quick second to check out that great no-look pass in between the double team. Give Smolin some love too. Cashing it in.
Caleb Chenier checking in for the Golden Knights, the sophomore. Another one of those future Golden Knights that'll get a lot of time, but not good there for the Golden Knights. Cass unable to get it in, 5-second call.
Giveaways becoming a problem here for Northmor. And that's something they've been battling all year, Travis. Their assist-to-turnover ratio, you like to be on the positive end of that. They're about -4 every time they take the floor.
Averaging 16.5 turnovers a game. That's not going to cut it.
Toms tried to sneak that one in there. He thought it was a kick. It's going to stay with Lucas. Nobody on the floor right now for Northmor in the scoring column. But when you only got 5 points, you
and
got limited options.
Yeah. Golden Knights now going back to their man-to-man defense.
And Bentley on Corbin Tom's got a tough assignment. Here it is. Look at Corbin. Jump stop through and call for the travel.
That was a nice job by Andrew Armros, getting into the lane, getting in front of him. He looked to take the charge, but instead forced the turnover nonetheless with the walk. Got to get it in. Another 5-second call.
That's unbelievable. Back-to-back inbound plays resulting in 5-second violations for the Golden Knights.
6th turnover for them as well.
Logan's such a versatile threat. Love his game as just a sophomore, how he can take it down inside of the lane. Baseline drive, drew a double team that time and fouled. It's going to be on the floor.
It's going to go against Hunter Falk.
Just look at how crisp the ball movement is for Lucas. Really doing a nice job circulating the ball around the perimeter until they get their looks on the inside.
This is a team that averages 11.4 assists per game. A selfless group. We've seen that already tonight. Extra passes, easier looks when you could have taken a shot. That's Lucas basketball. And they're going to get the last shot here.
Corbin checks the clock down to 4.5, pulls the trigger, nothing but net. What a way to close out the frame. Corbin Toms with a dagger from downtown as we head to the center.
Lender, craftsman, dog dead. We're more than our job titles, and you're more than an account number. The personal attention we provide comes from a promise to serve you with respect and compassion. By being responsive to your questions and taking time to understand your needs and goals, we give you more than just a place to bank. That's the more you can expect from Park National Bank. Find John or a banker near you at parknationalbank.com. Park National Bank, where you mean more.
Back here inside of the Lucas Cubs Cave, where it's a 9-point cushion for the home team. It was a 2-0 run to start the game for Northmor. They got off to a nice start. I make that a 3-0 run. Since then, Lucas on a 14-2 spurt. That's how they got themselves in front.
And balance has been the name of the game for Lucas as well. 4 players into the scorebook, and finally Northmor gets its second.
That's a sophomore Bentley off the attack. Definitely going to need to see more of that.
It's more of Northmor just needs to establish an inside game. Get it in there, get some open looks, because you can't be just slinging up threes all night.
Fast hands by the big fella Lauer, initiating the break too. And he's going to get fouled from the backside. Look at Max reading it. And he's such a better athlete than you might think looking at him. He's just so thick, he's big, he's wide. He's got decent height too, about 6'2". And I think he takes a lot of people off guard with the speed and the acceleration.
He's really gotten better at his non-post move game in the last year. That's going to be another foul on Hunter Church, who just came in for Smolin, who has 2 fouls.
And that's 2 fouls in 1 second for the Lucas Cubs. And team foul number 5.
But especially the second half of the season, Lauer's bumped his points per game up a good 3 points. He's getting close to averaging a double-double. He's at 8.3 points per game, 8.6 rebounds per game.
Tried to rush it a little bit that time because he got a one-on-one. They had been doubling him the previous times that he went down into the paint. Cass, wow, to the bucket.
So good start for the Golden Knights here. to start this second quarter.
4-0 run for Northmor to kick off quarter number 2. As Finello zips it cross court. And Maxton nearly another takeaway. Interesting looking defense right now for Northmor. It's like a 2-3 matchup.
Yeah, we're used to them playing the man-to-man defense, but this zone has really thrown Lucas off here, especially in the second quarter.
Cass hands off. Now Schoenauer to the bucket, off the back iron.
Yeah, Chenier was just a little too strong off the backboard for that, but oh, jeez. Wow, both Toms have just really shown out so far today.
It's what they do, averaging a combined 27 points a game. Logan, the top rebounder on the squad, of an active player with Color being sidelined. What a loss that was for Lucas. Aiden Color, too, the game that he went out with the injury to get a blocking foul down low. I think he had 18 first half points, so he was just starting to become a real basketball player. Just a sophomore, by the way. And just a tough injury.
Lauer's going to get 2 shots here. It's going to be Lenhart's first foul. Free throws have not been friendly to the Golden Knights in the past few years.
And right on cue. Not a sharp looking stroke that time from Lauer. Get another crack at it though. And Max comes up short on the second. Finello with a clean board. Double team comes on the block. Foul is called.
It's going to be against Chenier, his first. Both teams now with 4 fouls with 5:20 left in the half.
They set it up for Corbin in the corner. Great recovery that time by Bentley to make sure he couldn't get up a shot.
Lucas does just such a good job passing that most times if you're going to try and thread the needle through, it's going to get intercepted. But Lucas, just with the precision that they have passing, those passes are easy.
Jostling for position, going after the basketball, and it's going to lead to a foul against Ty Lenhart. His second of the game and team foul number 6. So the next personal will put Northmor at the line for a 1-and-1. What a quick first step by the sophomore. Pretty stuff.
He does that now as a sophomore. Just think of what he can do the next 2 years for this Golden Knights squad.
Tom sets it up to the outside. Finello can't hit. Logan bails him out. And he's got to do some fancy dribbling just to get it out of trouble.
The Golden Knights, well, I'm not going to say it now because he hit the 3. Corbin Toms, you can't leave him open like that. I was about to say the Golden Knights have been content forcing Lucas to shoot those outside shots, and they have not really been hitting. And then Corbin Toms, before I even say it, shuts me up.
Leading scorer in the ball game with 8 points. And he is the one guy for Lucas that you cannot give space to. As Corbin Toms will do this. Pure stroke.
Looking like older brother Riley Gossam out there.
They've got some basketball running in that family. Riley at Heidelberg now. Trying to get back into playing shape.
I still, the phenomenal job that he did to just get back and play in that regional where he hit a couple big shots that almost got Lucas back into it in that regional semifinal last year. But just the fact that he was able to come on and play was almost a miracle.
How about Baby Bro? Splashing a 3 of his own. 7 points now for Logan.
So after missing 4 of their last 3-point attempts, their last 2 have gone through. It's an 11-point game.
And it's the Toms brothers 15, Northmor 11 right now. And look at the hustle, the 1-2, the drive, and the bucket. Timeout taken by Northmor.
Corbin Toms, 10 points now. And another aspect of this Lucas Cub squad, hustle. Gets the tough steal and the easy look.
And there's a look at the student section for Lucas. Back here up on the stage at the Cub Cave.
Just to the left of us.
Letting the folks know at home that they are indeed Lucas. Check out that last offensive possession for Northmor that ended up being offense. And just look at Logan, how much quicker he got to the basketball. And I imagine the coach Tackett not real happy with Mariotti right there.
No, he just got that little bump, and right as he got that bump, saw the ball moving away, he immediately took a beeline towards it. Mariotti a little bit later of a start, thought he still had control of the ball, loses it, loses positioning, and hustle. Gets the turnover, gets the good look to Toms for the finish, and now a 13-point lead, the largest in the night for Lucas here.
Cubs definitely winning the fast break game here tonight. Don't believe the Golden Knights have any fast break points.
They have had a couple of steals, but Lucas, just with that speed they have as well, able to get back and defend. Jackson Wenger, the freshman, now in.
Almost got his pocket picked as Lauer goes to work. He's going to take a bump, and we'll head to the free throw line for a 1-and-1.
3 Cubs now with 2 fouls, Hunter Church, Andrew Smolin, and Ty Lenhart. That'll be the 6th against the Cubs. They put that foul against the wrong team.
So it'll actually just be an inbounds play here for the Knights. So they get it out to the freshman. Older sister, a star, of course, for the Lady Knights. Over 1,000 points now for her career. And that was a good-looking play that time. A crafty shot from Lauer.
That's something I haven't seen from Max. He usually uses his muscle and works his way up, but that one just a little scoop underneath. I like that coming here from the junior.
Here's Church, had it poked away, goes down to the floor to recover. Now back to him, Hunter. Offensive foul is the call. And that'll be the 17th foul.
But it's an offensive foul, so no shots there, but that is the 3rd against Church.
There was another look at that scoop shot from Maxton.
And then he goes on the other end and takes a charge. Maybe a little spark here for the Golden Knights, still down double digits with 2 minutes left in the half.
Certainly love to close the gap. If you're a fan of Northmor, that's not going to help. Shooting into the passing lane, leaving it off. Corbin Toms got fouled. But this is just beautiful defense, anticipation, fast fingers, all at play.
And once again, selfless basketball. He could have taken that up, but he sees a trailer behind him and had a little bit better percentage shot, dishes it off to him, and it turns into free throws.
Couple of substitutions made by Lucas. As Toms lines up the second, missed them both, plus a lane violation to throw a little gut punch. Empty trip for the Lucas Cubs.
Both sides 0-2 from the charity strike here. Nearly got a 5-second call for the third time.
And the Bischel shot in there, nearly took it away.
Chenier at the charge.
Offensive foul.
And that's great defense there. Solly started going out of control right at the free throw line. Started his Euro step, and I believe that was Logan Toms that got right into position. Takes the easy charge.
Corbin ties it up as defender floats and scores.
Such airtime that he has, too. Made it look easy. Floating like Jumpman there.
Tom's now matching his jersey number in the scoring column. Game tops 12. As it's another offensive foul going against Northmor. The Cubs obviously getting it done right now. Defensive end, and guess who? Logan Toms again.
Had the position. And I don't know how many times I'm going to say this tonight. Somebody keep a counter, but this is Lucas Cubs basketball. Selfless passing on one end, getting open looks for buckets, suffocating defense. Oh, and they take charges too. It doesn't matter who it is. Everybody is willing to give up their body here.
Well, have you met their father, the JV coach around here? He sort of demands that you set your feet and get after it on the defensive end. So far, his kid's doing just that.
What a spin move.
And the tip out right place, right time. No points, though. Lauer skies to the second level for the board. And here's the transition game for Northmor, finally paying off. 2 points just for one more on the way here.
And that's what the Golden Knights need, just get it to the right person. Grayson Cass, he's able to look up the floor. There's Bentley running like Cooper Kupp out there with a deep throw. Touchdown, Golden Knights. Chance to cut this to 10. Hearing Coach Tackett, looks like Golden Knights are going to go in a man-to-man here. That's a 7-point for Bentley.
I think that's a pretty key three-point play right there for Northmor as well, to trim it down, get it to 10, unless Lucas does something awesome here to close out the quarter.
And that's what they did in the first quarter. They hit a three, really extended it. Can they do the same here?
They'll try it with Vanello, airmailed it. Tipped out of bounds over to Northmor. So this is best case scenario, I think, if you're Coach Tackett. 5 seconds here. You just got 3 points on the previous possession. Got to try to get it to Cass if you can.
And this is something they work on all the time, is these quick last-second runs.
Said it's going to be Lauer. Going to pull it from deep. Lets it
we
fly.
almost did it again.
And that takes us to the break. Lucas with a 10-point lead here at the Cub Cave, where they haven't lost in 30 tries. Looking to extend that streak here tonight. Keep it with us. We've got the North Central State College halftime on the way, stats analysis, and oh so much more. Keep it here, live and free. Boys High School Hoops will return on a Tuesday night.
Hi, I'm OH.REPORT founder Brian Skoronsky, and you've just enjoyed first half action live and free exclusively right here on the OH Report. But stick around, still plenty more to come right here as our boys high school basketball returns after this. We guarantee nobody else gets you closer to the action than our exclusive coverage. So give me a call, Brian Skoronsky, and let's make you a part of the game.
Lender, Craftsman, Dog Dead. We're more than our job titles, and you're more than an account number. The personal attention we provide comes from a promise to serve you with respect and compassion. By being responsive to your questions and taking time to understand your needs and goals, we give you more than just a place to bank. That's the more you can expect from Park National Bank. Find John or a banker near you at parknationalbank.com. Park National Bank, where you mean more.
The exclamation point on the night for Maurice Ware.
It's halftime in the Lucas Valley. 2 quarters in the books. Cubs looking solid, here at home. It's what they do. 26-16 is the count here at the break. This is the North Central State College halftime. I'm Brian Skoronsky. Travis Berardi is with me here tonight. Give me your quick synopsis of what we've seen. 16 minutes down so far from both sides. Let's begin with the Northmor Golden Knights.
They really couldn't get anything going to start. 5 points in the first quarter really dug a hole for them. Although in the second quarter, especially towards the end, you saw them get into the lane some more, get some shots to fall. After that first shot from Grayson Cass for 3, they really haven't been able to get good looks from beyond the arc, so you're going to have to get that inside game established, and they've started to do that.
And for the Cubs,
I've been saying it, I've been harping on them all game so far. Selfless basketball. They're playing Lucas Cubs defense. They're taking charges, and they're not making too many mistakes. And that's why they're up 10 and looking for number 31 in a row here at the Cub Cave.
Diving into the halftime stats presented by NC State College. 11 total field goals for Lucas. The turnovers, too. They keep them down, and they force you into mistakes. On 2 different occasions, the Cubs were able to cash in Golden Knights turnovers for 4 points at the other end.
Yeah, and just, you know, the hustle as well of the Lucas Cubs really late in that second quarter off of a couple of those turnovers got them points to keep them up into double digits. But, you know, Golden Knights, 9 turnovers. I said they got to keep it under 10, so they have to play a pretty perfect second half if they want to keep in this one. Rebounds are they're all right on both sides. Not many second chances for both. 3-pointers, Lucas really didn't hit anything until the Toms brothers got going in the second quarter, hitting those three-pointers. And then free throws, nobody really has been to the free throw line, both 1 of 3.
And here is the Lucas student section here in the house, making some noise for us. The Cub faithful, all they've been seeing is a whole lot of winning here in this building. We'll see if that continues. We'll be back. Third quarter action on the way from the Cub Cave after this.
Here we go now. Here we go now. Here we go now.
guarantee nobody else gets you closer to the action than our exclusive coverage. So give me a call, Brian Skoronsky, and let's make you a part of the game.
Lender, craftsman, dog dead. We're more than our job titles, and you're more than an account number. The personal attention we provide comes from a promise to serve you with respect and compassion. By being responsive to your questions and taking time to understand your needs and goals, we give you more than just a place to bank. That's the more you can expect from Park National Bank. Find John or a banker near you at parknationalbank.com. Park National Bank, where you mean more.
The exclamation point on the night for Maurice Ware.
Lucas off to a nice start here at home. Double-digit cushion as we enter half number 2. Northmor on the road here, 16 points at the break. They trail it 26-16. Hi, folks. My name is Brian.
Hi, Brian.
Hi, Travis. It's Big League Berardi with me here tonight. And snowy out there, of course, cold day. A lot of kids didn't have school. People don't want to leave the crib, so we're happy that we can bring you some live and free boys high school hoops to try to heat up your January, because we knew after the summer and the fall that we had, it was so nice, very limited, crazy weather delays for football and stuff, that we were bound to get some of this weather in, and we got some snow piling up outside.
And you know what that means? It's getting closer to tournament time.
Oh, baby.
And that's my favorite time of year, the tournament. And, you know, something popular I started last year, well, it was popular on the college end, one shining moment. Hopefully get a lot more shining moments come end of February, into March. But we still have some games left to determine who gets seeded and whatnot. Seeding opens up for the boys on Sunday. And then 2 Sundays from now, we will know the brackets.
Crazy, it comes fast. But once it gets here, no time quite like tournament time in boys high school basketball. Cubs start things out with possession. Lenhart got doubled.
They're saying it's tipped. Coach Tackett does not like the call.
Well, he needs every break that he can get right now. Lucas was starting to find their stride a bit offensively in the second quarter. Golden Knights tried to throw a few different looks at him defensively, and it just seemed like after time would pass and a few possessions that the Cubs would get it figured out.
Well, they were comfortable in that 2-3 zone, but then Lucas started hitting those threes and it's forcing the Golden Knights to come out man-to-man.
3 triples knocked down in that opening half by the Cubs, who are always content to do this. A full minute gone by here on the first possession. Mariotti shot in, got a piece of it, and last touch by Lucas.
And I think Coach Tackett's team also happy with them holding the ball if it ends in something like that, because the Golden Knights, they're only down 10 here. Only a minute gone by in this third quarter. If they can get a bucket, despite being a long possession, get a turnover, they're going to be right back in this.
Lauer's going to trigger the offense. Got Smolin on him. It's going to go straight at Andrew. airmailed it over the top. I don't think you can get your own rebound. The referee didn't stop play, though. Didn't hurt the Cubs. They've got a 3-on-2. Tom tried to get a little bit cute with it. No look pass backside. Mariotti picked it off, but Lucas returns the favor, leading to this pull-up jumper. And no points awarded to anybody right there.
A lot of slop. Just like the streets outside. A couple turnovers, a couple missed shots, rebounds, but now we're back to some basketball.
Cass, great hesitation. The pull-up jumper, pure.
And despite him moving to his left, he was able to get square to the hoop, get up his highest point of his jump, let it go, bucket.
Finello spinning. He sensed Cass on his hip. Now back to him. Had a clean look at three. Elected not to pull the trigger on it. And now he throws it away. Mariotti has been a menace these first 2.5 minutes on the defensive end.
3 turnovers for Lucas in the first 2.5 minutes.
Here he is, Mike and drill, and I have not, in all my years, seen this.
That bar just far enough back to where it just gently landed there, and it's hanging out.
Nobody can jump up and tip that out? We got to bring in another ball to try to get it loose?
Can you get that high up there?
Well, I started a new training program the last couple of weeks, Travis. I told you by the end of summer, I plan on being able to grab firmly onto the rim again. That's my goal. Maybe dunk a tennis ball.
I just wish I could jump more than 2 inches off the ground, but.
Well, we'll bring you into Ski's House of Pain. Get you set up for success.
Jump around. Jump around.
If you just play House of Pain at the crib all day long, eventually you're going to move so much.
You know a team that plays that a lot? The Lady Colts of Clear Fork. Done it 15 times already this year.
Smolin backing down Bentley. Now Toms leaves it off for Baby Bro. Can't sink it. And the Cubs, 3 minutes gone by, nada in the scoring column. Cass lost his footing, traveling violation.
I was about to say, Northmor taking, well, Lucas taking a page out of the book of not what to do from Northmor, and cold start. However, it's only a 2-0 third quarter, 4 minutes in.
Nice penetration that time by Finello. The leave off, Lenhart. Clean look. No dice.
They're good looks, it's just a bit off.
Would have been big if it fell. Offensive rebound, though, from Armrose.
Nice pass.
And just like that, it's a 6-point game. 4-0 run here.
First points of the night for Mariotti. And that was all set up because of Andrew Armrose and his ability to get the offensive rebound.
Finello right down Main Street, trying to switch it in midair to the left hand.
You don't see many of those misses from Lucas.
Here he is going down on the floor, just ripped it away from Grayson Cass. Finello showcasing a bit of strength.
Ooh, what a cross.
Now Lenhart called for the offensive foul. Third personal against Ty.
Now is once again all set up by Armrose. Not a lot of contact, but you saw Lenhart lean over with that shoulder, and no matter how much contact that is, the referees is going to call that.
Great opportunity here for the Golden Knights. This three would be huge.
Short.
Not even close.
Andrew Armrose has really picked things up here in the last 3 minutes for the Golden Knights. He's been the best player out there, I'd say, in the last 3 minutes, doing everything.
Earn possession back. See if they can make good with some points here. Looked like Cass almost got away with a travel.
Yeah, he almost got away with a 5-second call, too. Picked up his dribble early.
Mariotti, floater, offensive foul, headed back the other way. It was Lenhart who set his feet this time. No question.
Yeah.
Mariotti tried to avoid the contact. It's tough when you have that much momentum. He tried to go straight up.
And it was on his way back down, too, but still, Lenhart was there, set up, took the charge.
Lucas sitting on a big goose egg here in the third. So taking matters into his own hands, Corbin Toms. Northmore's only got 4 in the frame. Had they been able to catch fire offensively, could be a much different looking game right here. But nobody typically does that at the Cub Cave.
I was about to say, but who are they playing? The Lucas Cubs.
That matters. Max with the kick out arm roast, chased off the spot. They'll reset with casts.
If you're Coach Tack, if you can get this to 6 or less, it's a win by the end of the third.
Gonna get into a set here. Their veteran senior point guard running the show, Lauer. Fouled on that entry pass.
It's going to be the first on Logan Toms.
Just reaching in a little bit from the backside.
Wenger and Chenier checking in for the Golden Knights.
Try to free up Max inside. Good pass to get it to him. And he's headed to the free throw line. 2 points, chance for more.
And that was on the way back down, trying to get the box out, but he was still in the air. And that just, I think it was more the feet came out from under him, but that little mini bump from Andrew Smolin was, I guess, enough for the referee to give him the extra shot that he converts.
Max sends it through. 5-point game.
Third foul on Smolin now, so 3 Cubs with 3 fouls. And it's a 5-point game. Clock didn't start, that's why we have the stoppage.
I believe it's my old friend Mike Barr down there running the scores table. Used to play poker together, kind of forgetful at the poker table from time to time, so I could see how that would translate here.
Took some money from him, Husky.
You know it. Back in the day, heyday, have not been invited back to that game after I cleaned house a few times.
They're going to get Lauer at the block. That'll be his second.
Second team foul for Northmor. Lucas has 3. Cubs with just 2 points next to their name here in the third quarter. Toms with the blow by.
It's really tough to stop something like that. The only way would be to try and take a charge.
Lauer showcasing the speed. The soft touch, too, at the rim. He's got 7.
And that's just the confidence that he's picked up this year. But my goodness, on the other end.
Showtime. And a foul. Great timing, because I'd like to see this again on the Frito Lay replay.
Oh, behind.
Wow. You reach, I teach, plus a scoop shot. That's a right-handed player. Finish it with the left.
If this was a highlight, that'd be one of those rare occasions we got to slow it down 2 or 3 times in one highlight. Ooh, close to a carry there.
Now Bentley to the freshman. Pass off to Lauer. And they'll work it. Wenger tries a triple. Out of bounds over to the Cubs.
Big possession here for Lucas to try and get some momentum back before the break.
They've been able to hold for the final shot, or at least tried in the second quarter. Definitely hit a big shot to close out the first. See if odd numbers are the charm for the Cubs here tonight. You can tell Logan Tom's starting to feel himself a little bit after them back-to-back buckets. See if they get it to him, they will in the short corner.
10 seconds.
Now Logan knows to go to work. Set up Smolin. Battle for the board. Good if it goes, but it won't. We are headed to money time. Cubs with a 7-point cushion. Northmor making it interesting.
Lender, Craftsman, Dog Dead. We're more than our job titles, and you're more than an account number. The personal attention we provide comes from a promise to serve you with respect and compassion. By being responsive to your questions and taking time to understand your needs and goals, we give you more than just a place to bank. That's the more you can expect from Park National Bank. Find John or a banker near you at parknationalbank.com. Park National Bank, where you mean more.
Hit him with it, Ski.
Money time has arrived here at the Lucas Cub Cave. That's right, fourth quarter action where stars are made, legends are born. We'll see if any of those things come true for some of these players here tonight. Max and Lauer taking over right now.
7 points in the second half. He's up to 9. 6-point game. Actually, it's a 5-point game. They had the scoreboard wrong for a second.
And definitely a welcome sight after just 15 total points scored in that last quarter. But this guy starting to get it rolling. Tom's winning his matchup just about every time down the floor right now.
6 points in the last 2.5 minutes.
He's got 13. Clean look outside. Northmor cannot buy a bucket from downtown. Be such a different looking game if they've been able to knock down some of these open looks.
It's actually going to be a bump on Lenhart. That's going to be his 4th. Big foul there. Some of the size for Lucas going to have to take a seat.
Hunter Church going to spell him out, the junior. Averages 2 points, board and a half per contest. Here he is defending. Cass, nice acceleration. And he had the kahunas to go up for the shot over the double team.
Cass now in the double figures. He has 11.
Toms drew a crowd, elected to give it up. Now Church down the middle. Northmor doing a pretty solid job right now on the help side defense.
Yeah, this is more the man-to-man defense that you're used to seeing from the Golden Knights. That's going to be a tough break there. Chenier went for the steal at first, but then gets called for his 3rd foul. But Golden Knights like that pressure right up in your face, man-to-man, like Lucas runs. Didn't do it in the first half because they thought that zone would really turn things around. But Lucas, they're good against any set. So the Golden Knights back to what they usually do, and it's been pretty well here in the second half for them.
Lauer got a piece of that one. Helped force the turnover. And just blew it at the other end. I think thought too much about the shot, had his eyes on the defender. Toms can't capitalize, though, at the other end. Church able to keep it alive. But Finello lost the handle. Bit of a wild sequence. Man. And we're heading back the other way. So the ball and possession changing hands about 4 times in the matter of a few seconds.
Both these teams are physical teams, and the referees are letting them get some, they're letting them bump a little bit, get into your face, and I think this game's been called correctly so far.
Take them to church inside Hunter.
You've been waiting all night to say that, haven't you?
First 2 points for Hunter Church.
Acting like Andy Jardy out here.
Who we get to see on Friday.
Yeah, I can't wait to call that game with him down there in the Colt Corral.
Lauer fouled on the floor.
First on Tom's. Next foul, though, will put the Golden Knights on the free throw line.
Could be a difference maker in this game as Lauer spins, felt some contact, and no one wanted to get in the way of that freight train. It opens up, but as it's been the case all night, Northmor cannot capitalize on wide open looks from beyond the arc. It's killing them.
Yeah, they've had multiple chances to really cut this to 2-1 possession. Just haven't been able to finish off. Lucas seems that they just pick it up just a little bit more when it gets close.
Traveling violation against Corbin Toms.
It'll be the 10th turnover for the Cubs.
He looked perplexed. Coach Eisman looks perplexed. And so am I after I see the Frito Lay replay.
I didn't see his full pivot foot. Did he pick it up just a little bit and come back down? I don't know. Nonetheless, the Golden Knights another chance to cut this to 2 possessions.
Go down on the block. Bentley turns baseline. 5-point game.
Both teams trying to make that money here in the 4th quarter, Ski.
9 points now for Bentley. Well below his season average. Lucas done a nice job of locking him up.
And he really hasn't been able to get any looks from outside the arc.
Toms chased down the miss, gets it to Corbin, knifing down the lane. He'll head to the charity stripe. Good hustle play by Logan to get it to Big Bro. And Grayson looked like he got a...
I think he got all ball on that. I thought it was the foul before that, but the refs really... Yee. That's the second on Cass. It's the 15th point for Corbin Toms. Make that 16.
Lucas on top by a touchdown here as we're over the midway point of the 4th quarter. Lauer starting to get really aggressive offensively, and what a welcome sight if you're a Northmor fan. Timeout taken by Coach Tackett and his staff.
Caleb Chenier with the 3. First points for the sophomore, and couldn't have come at a bigger time. So you see Coach Tackett loving it. Back to a 5-point game.
Well, just 4, Travis, according to my math.
I can't do math right now, Brian. You know me.
Want to give some love to Maxton Lauer. He feels like he can win his matchup here in this 4th quarter. He's been uber aggressive, set that one up, got 3 guys to all suck into him. And if you're Lucas, you can't blame him for leaving a wide open shooter, especially in that corner where Northmor, until that point, they were probably about 0 for 8 from the night. But, like you said, opportune time. Chenier comes through, and now it's just a 2-possession game. Things starting to get pretty exciting here inside of the Cub Cave as we're getting into crunch time of money time.
What happens when Lauer starts to get going? 7 points in the second half. He really took over inside, and that's what opens it up. The inside game opens the outside game and vice versa. They're able to go inside out there for the 3 and make this a 4-point game. For a second, I thought Chenier's foot was on the line, but it was not. Referees gave him the 3.
Defensively for Northmor, they're going full court, just picking up man-to-man. Lauer going to try to stay in front of Logan Toms, who we've seen with some nice wiggle and shake here in the second half.
A lot of time left here in the fourth as well.
And with no shot clock in the high school game, we've talked a lot about that on the OH report here lately. Got an excellent new segment that just dropped called Eye of the Storm. Go ahead, check it out on our Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter.
Not a fan of the last episode, but you know why.
It's starting to catch fire. Got a text message about it just during this broadcast.
Yeah, thanks, Grayson. Appreciate that, bud.
So people liking the Eye of the Storm, and
it's a different look at things here at the OH Report. It's new.
It's a look that's basically anything that Travis doesn't support. Pretty fun. Tom shakes loose.
Oh, my. That is a perfect possession for Lucas. You took about a minute off the clock, and you get a bucket with it as well.
Chenier turns inside. Can't get it to fall. Toms with the big board. And this is where Lucas kills you. Now that it's a 6-point game, they go to this 4-corner look a la North Carolina from the 70s. And they've just got so many excellent ball handlers. It's tough. Tough not to have the clock run down on you.
They're going to get Chenier with the foul, his fourth. Although I will say this, going back to the Eye of the Storm. Storm, you poke the bull one too many times, you can get the horns, bud. Just saying. You saw right before that foul, though, Tackett calling for the double team. Chenier was just a step behind, or he could have had the steal. Look for Northmor to take some chances here to try and get the ball back down 6.
Armrose comes over, applies the pressure, almost got there. For a big guy, Armrose holding his own on the defensive side.
Almost turned it over.
Now Logan Toms in deep into the teeth of the defense.
2 possessions where they've taken a large chunk off the clock, and it's finished with points.
It was the older Toms, now the younger. Logan with the last bucket. Bentley matches at the other end. T.O. on the way. Be a 30-second. 6-point differential. Do the math for you, Travis, so you don't have to rack your brain.
Thanks, bud.
For the Cubs, this is a position you're in a lot. Got these excellent guards.
Just do what you've done the last 2 possessions. They took off a large chunk. They got an open look. They get the bucket. That's all you have to do. If Northmor can get a steal, they have a chance to cut this to 1 possession and really make this a game. Golden Knights still have 1 foul to give, too, so they can take a chance without putting Lucas onto the free throw line. Big game for both these teams as well when it comes to seeding. A Lucas win here would be a Division III victory against a team that was 500. Looks really good for a Division IV squad. And on the other side, despite it being a level up, you knock off a team with only 3 losses, an 11-3 record. That's good on a resume as well. So both sides, this is the ability to knock you up, bump you up a seed, or knock you down a seed when it comes to the voting next Sunday.
Cubs break the pressure backside. Finello. And wisely just bring it back out to the perimeter where Toms gets fouled. As you mentioned, the foul to give.
Yep. So now, it's going to turn to a free throw shooting contest.
For the Golden Knights, try to go for the quick steal. And then I think just foul right away if you can. Probably in that situation, I would have allowed Logan to give it off to Smolin. So 1-1 here for the sophomore. Logan Toms, leading scorer for Lucas throughout the season. He's got 15 tonight. Big Bro's got 18, carrying the scoring load as the Toms Bros typically do around here.
Logan 46 of 64 coming into this game.
Drops a big one right there. Extends it out to 7, so it's a 3-possession game. And as he swishes the second, Golden Knights starting to run out of time. And that's not going to help. Bentley lost the basketball. Pretty offense, 20 points now for Corbin.
That'll pretty much shut the door on things tonight. The streak will continue here at the Cub Cave.
31 consecutive W's. Don't tell Cass that. He's not giving up. Does trim it back down to 8. 35.7 ticks remaining.
If only the Golden Knights had Reggie Miller on their bench.
I think if most high school teams had Reggie Miller on their bench, they wouldn't be in this situation where they're down in the fourth quarter. Just my opinion.
Could be right about that, sir.
Reggie was a handful in his prime. Probably can still play.
Full timeout gives us a chance to discuss what Lucas could have going up against them in their district. Sectional and districts are going to be at Crestview and Shelby, with the district level going to be at Willard. But yeah, Buckeye Central, Crestline, Danbury, the Cubs, Mansfield Christian, Margaretta, Monroeville, New London, Plymouth, South Central, St. Mary's, St. Paul, and St. Peter's. And a couple of names that have impressed me so far this year: the Cubs, Margaretta, Monroeville, and St. Paul. That's going to be my guess. Not St. Paul,
yeah,
South
St.
Central.
Paul's
South Central, I mean.
Rough year.
South Central, I mean. Those are the 4 teams I think will have a good shot at least making it to Willard.
That would be my guess, is that those will be the top 4 seeds, and we'll see chalk, because outside of those, I've seen most of them in action, and there's not a ton of overall collective team talent out there outside of those top 4 teams. So I do feel like it's going to be chalk as we get to Willard, and then it gets fun.
Yeah, you've seen Lucas already. If you want to watch it also in replay, live, well, not live, but free on our OH Report Facebook and YouTube. Lucas knocked off South Central here just before the holidays. So that's something that you probably think Lucas will at least have the upper hand on them. Margaretta's already knocked off South Central. They are a really good team behind Liebacker. Monroeville also one of those surprising teams, I think, behind Isaac Roeder, doing pretty darn good. And then you have these Lucas Cubs.
Roeder, such a gifted scorer. One of the tops in the Firelands Conference. That time Logan splits the pair, leaving a slim sliver of hope here for the Knights. Whoa. Boy, Lauer got up and he was really upset. Let's see why. We'll take a look at the replay. It took every ounce of his being, it seemed, not to get up and punch Ty Lenhart in the face. He was mad.
And that's on Lenhart for undercutting him. And I really got to give it to the referee for not teeing up Lauer for that quick. I mean, I guess Lauer caught himself enough right after to get over to tack it, but that could have been a technical there on Lauer for just yelling, "Come on," and slapping the floor.
It's the 5th foul on Ty. He's going to check out for the final time this evening. As I see my wife pulling double duty on the camera right now, also trying to bid on a mattress. What a skill set.
Might not want to give that away to the other people that bid on that stuff right now. They want to go after what she's going after, Brian. Is that going in the spare room at the OH Report for us to, sleep over on?
Well, I believe it's a king-size mattress that would be going in the king's room, so line me up with that one, and then you guys can have my leftovers. I got a queen at the crib.
I do need to get a new mattress. Mine's been in use for a few years now and starting to get a little bit lumpy.
Well, I know a place where you can bid on some.
I think I know what you're talking about.
Not going to say the name,
but I don't want to get outbid by my boss. And big offensive rebound for the Cubs. That really could have opened the door. Lucas, Golden Knights get a rebound there, come down, hit a quick 3. Door opens back up for them.
Solid point.
But instead, Finello gets the offensive rebound, and he will get a chance to shoot 2 free throws now.
And I'm now pulling double duty. I'm bidding on mattresses. I'm being told, bump it up. We need this king-size bed. It looks very comfortable.
While all that was happening, Logan Mariotti fouls out of the game.
And Andrew Finello connecting from the free throw line. Lucas trying to seal their 12th win of the season. Second one spins out. Knights collect the board this time. Bentley had it poked away as he initiated the drive and last touched by the sophomore. So it's going to be Lucas basketball. We'll see if the Golden Knights select to waste everybody's time and foul again. They will not. So Lucas, for the 31st consecutive time, winners on their home floor as they close out a game Northmor team put up a pretty lofty fight in the second half especially, but just too much Lucas Cubs basketball down the stretch. Stick around for the North Central State College postgame. That'll feature an interview with our player of the game. We've had both Tom's brothers on before. Might be co-MVPs again tonight. Drop us a comment, let us know who do you think is worthy of talking to me and Travis about their performance here tonight. We'll also have final stats and a lot more. Keep it here. Boys High School Hoops will return right after this.
Hi, I'm OH.REPORT founder Brian Skoronsky, and you've just enjoyed first half action live and free exclusively right here on the OH.REPORT. But stick around, still plenty more to come right here as our boys high school basketball returns after this. We guarantee nobody else gets you closer to the action than our exclusive coverage. So give me a call, Brian Skoronsky, and let's make you a part of the game.
Lender, craftsman, dog dead. We're more than our job titles, and you're more than an account number. The personal attention we provide comes from a promise to serve you with respect and compassion. By being responsive to your questions and taking time to understand your needs and goals, we give you more than just a place to bank. That's the more you can expect from Park National Bank. Find John or a banker near you at parknationalbank.com. Park National Bank, where you mean more.
The exclamation point on the night for Maurice Ware.
Back now with our Frito Lay MVP, junior guard Corbin Toms. Cubs get it done again here at home. It wasn't pretty at times, but you guys do enough here in the second half. Just tell me about the feeling of walking off the floor as a winner, something that you've done every single game of your career here at the Cub Cave.
You know, it's definitely something to be proud of, but, I mean, we're not done. Coach Iceman tonight, he just wants us to come out strong. Past couple games, we came out kind of sloppy. Haven't had practice in a while, so we just wanted to come out strong and put four quarters together, and that's what we did.
Describe your role on the team to me as you see it, and what do you feel like you have to bring to the equation night in, night out to make sure your team's successful?
Truly, I feel like I just need to be the facilitator and get the ball where the ball needs to go. And then if shots come, shots come. I truly don't want to be that scorer, but if it falls in my hands, then I'm going to take the role and run with it. So, I mean, it's nice to score, but I also like dishing it out better.
Third quarter tonight, I think you guys went 5 minutes without getting some points, and then you started figuring it out. Did Northmor do anything defensively to you guys that you felt like you struggled with a bit?
I know we just came out kind of slow. Everybody was a little Twitter-pated, kind of looking weird with the ball. So, I just grabbed it, I put it on my hip, and I was like, we just need to relax a little bit. And then we got a quick bucket and kind of got things going. It's always that first bucket out of half, you kind of just, it's always a struggle.
Well, for this team, you know, you're starting to get the winning flow going now. You know, you put together a couple in a row. You're heading into the weekend where you got a couple of more games. For you as the leader of this team, what do you want to see from the squad as you're getting closer to the tournament time and the tournament draw?
You know, no matter who our opponent is, to come out and play like we're supposed to. We've had a bad habit of when teams aren't as good as us, we come out and play down to their level, and we don't play very good, and Coach Iceman's on us. So I just want us to focus on just no matter who our opponent is, they're Ohio State every week. We're coming out, playing as hard as we can for 4 quarters.
All right, buddy, last question. If you want to look in the camera, give a shout-out to anybody who might be watching out there in Cub Nation.
Shoot. Coach Dalp, I don't know if he's watching. Dave and Donna Hip.
All right, our MVP, Corbin Toms, game high, 18 points tonight. Appreciate you for joining us, man.
Thank you.
All right, throw it over to Travis. He's got your final stats.
Thank you very much, Mr. Skoronsky. And let's take a look at those final stats here in the North Central State post-game. 48-41, your final score here. Nineteen 19 field goals to 17 in favor of the Cubs. Both teams hit 2 threes. Rebounding was pretty close, 19 to 16. Fouls the same. Turnovers, though, Northmor, they turned it over in the first 3 quarters, and that's really what dug the hole. They did get a couple turnovers against Lucas here in the 4th quarter that got them back to within 5 a couple times, but the Cubs able to get things done, and especially from the free throw line, too, where they finished 7 to 10.
I think this was your standard Lucas Cubs basketball game. They do what they need to do to secure the win. At times, it wasn't crisp. That was the message from Taylor Iceman in the locker room. You heard it from Corbin Toms. He just echoed what his head coach had for the sentiment from the team. But it doesn't matter at the end of the night as long as you're the one with more points on the scoreboard. And that's what Lucas was able to do here tonight for the 31st consecutive outing. For Northmor, it was just all about their lack of shot producing and making. I was actually impressed with some of their ability to get clean, open looks against this Lucas defense. There were a few more gaps defensively, I think, for Lucas than what I've seen the last couple of times that I've been over here. However, there was no capitalization on Northmor's end. I would say for the big shots that they had available to cut it down, that they were about, 1 for 10, being able to make it a 1-possession game. So that's got to be frustration for the entire team collectively. You know, you can build on it, you can work, you can get better at shooting, but I think that there's something to being able to make clutch buckets when you need them most. That's why we call it money time. In Northmor, they were scared to cash checks at times here in this ball game. So unfortunately for them, they're probably going to walk out of here feeling like they let one slip away a little bit. That was at least how I felt in the game, them not getting closer and kind of overtaking the Cubs, who got off to that really rocky start offensively in the 3rd.
Yeah, especially it was the first quarter that really did it. 14-5 in favor of Lucas. And like you said, just the shot selection, just the inability to get inside the paint for the Golden Knights, and that 14-5 quarter was the difference in this game because the Golden Knights actually outscored Lucas by 3 points in the second half. But this is, a young Northmor squad, 4 seniors, 3 main players, but they have a lot of youth that are really talented, but they just need to learn how to finish games. And then on the other side, Lucas, they don't need that year to get better. They just continue to get good player after good player along with a couple seniors, and they just keep doing that year in and year out, and that's why they're one of the major contenders here for another district championship.
It's been really awesome to see what Lucas has been able to do, finding new players when they graduate, top performers. They keep growing them like they're crops out here in Lucas. They got some fantastic athletes again. Most of them are young and are going to be back next year. So, the engine continues to roar for Coach Eisman and his team, and you give a lot of credit to him for building a program the kids want to play for. They got a lot of guys out here that are multi-sport athletes. That's what you need when you're in a small community like Lucas, and it's paying off in a major way. Tomorrow night, we're going to be on the road up at Hathaway Brown. We got Walsh taking them on, and then also Loudonville at East Knox on the ladies' side. A couple of big-time girls' games that we'll be having for you guys live and free. So stay home, drink your hot cocoa, kick up your feet, get your socks above the fire, and just enjoy yourself.
And before that, you and I got the Country Roads rankings. So those 2 teams on the end that are playing tomorrow night, I have a feeling they're both going to be in the top 10. So that's a big matchup just for our ranking purposes, as Loudonville taking on East Knox. 2 teams that have a really good shot of also making a run at their district tournament.
No question about it. That's going to wrap up our coverage, though, here tonight from the Lucas Cub Cave, where they produce winners time after time after time. And thank you, Jesse Ryder, Travis Birdie.
Well, I want to give him some good wishes, too. He's out with COVID right now, so hopefully, it's just, it's nothing serious. He can get back from it quick and then, join you once again. I know I played fill-in, so hopefully I did a good enough job for replacing the great Jesse Ryder.
Did a great job. Thank you as well to Joy Hollenbeck for making our commercials tonight and also running Top Cam and bidding on mattresses towards the end of the game. A huge thank you to our sponsors out here in Lucas, Ohio Valley Manufacturing, who is hiring. They've got competitive wages, great benefits. The phone number on the scoreboard all night. So if you're looking for some new work, that's a great place to go. Frito Lay, big fan of them, and such great contributors to our high school sports scene here in North Central Ohio. And then North Central State College. If you're looking to stay close to home but you want that big college feel, it's a good choice. The Lucas Community Center as well. Awesome place right here locally. But for tonight, from Lucas, we are signing off. I'm Brian, for Travis Berardi, saying so long from the Cub Cave.